Well, it's official. Joe Biden is the 46th President of the United States. What does that mean? Well, we need to talk about a few things, America. It's DEM GθDCAST. So, in my personal opinion, just by speculating and viewing everything that's been going on, it's obvious to me, this is just me personally, that the decision that was made to put Donald Trump in the White House in the first place was predicated on money. Always follow the money. If you don't know what decisions are being made and why, you see, because originally this person lost the original election. He lost a popular vote, which, you know, anybody that's studying elections understands that it comes down to the Electoral College. Now, why is this? Oh, they don't want you to ask that question. No, you'd be thinking too deeply. Anybody that dares question the almighty Electoral College and the decisions that they seem to be making, you know, with no one to answer to, seemingly. See, the Electoral College is comprised of the Senate, so senators, you have the delegate, I guess. Actually, probably not. You probably have judges and different delegate officials. But, in order to get in these positions, you have to be elected in. You have to be elected into the Electoral College. How does that happen? Why isn't there some sort of career path to get into the Electoral College? Well, I'll tell you why. And again, this is just speculation. Just my imagination, we'll call it. The Electoral College are Freemasons only. There is no way in unless you're in the Brotherhood. The Brotherhood makes these decisions. Now, the rat race, the presidential election, that's the dog and pony show. That's for us, to keep us distracted. They already know what decision they're going to make. This is calculated. Okay? And the reason why it's calculated is because there is money involved. A lot. People don't seem to realize that. You see, Donald Trump was elected in to make those with money more money. He did that. That's his job. It's not so far-fetched that politicians are controlled, but when you understand why, these things become more simple. So, old Donnie turned the economy around, turned the economy upside down, really, making the rich richer and the poor poorer. And for that, there's repercussions. You see, and again, this is speculation, I believe that the economy or the stock market or whatever world banking system that we have our government involved with is about to crash. We're bankrupt. We're beyond bankrupt. And then this whole pandemic is going to be an even greater setback. The recession that we had in 2008 is going to be nothing compared to what is going to happen. So, I guess initially he got the rich richer, but the people that keep the rich rich, the poor, the people that the rich siphon their money and energy from, we don't have shit. And the longer we don't have shit, the less cushion the top has to fall back on to generate more and more revenue for themselves. So you see, it's a system. I'm sure you've heard of pyramid schemes, trickle-down economics. They make it seem like it's the top that manipulates the money from the bottom, but no. The top needs the bottom in order to keep operating. Without us, they have less when we have less. Surprise. It takes a little bit more time for them, but this is a very predictable and understandable thing if you study stock markets. If you study the economy, okay, one thing that they'll tell you is that the economy or the market will always collapse no matter what. It always collapses, but it always rises again. It's just how it goes. It's how it's designed. And the sad thing is it takes somebody to actually be able to see this, with money or with a little bit of financial freedom in order to maybe gather other people. You see, we just don't have somebody that's working in our benefit as much as we need to. The richest country in the world shouldn't have the biggest wealth gap. Yet we do. Funny how that works, isn't it? So, what's crazy about this whole thing, besides everything, is the reaction that we're probably going to be seeing from Republicans, Trump supporters, the silent majority. Yeah, they're going to be real fucking silent now. But they are still who they are. They chose. Like I say, this is a podcast for the chosen ones. How you are choosing to open your mind. They chose to close theirs. It's down to the point where you want to know who these people are. Know your enemy. Keep your enemies close, your friends close. I don't know about keeping my enemies closer than my friends, but I'll be watching. You see, there's a deep aggression in the conservative community. Deep. And it's rooted in all that pent-up frustration of the power mongering. It gets tough. It gets tough when you have a superiority complex and so many things just seem to question that and want to tear that down. It would seem like the whole world is against you when you have the power and you've been abusing it, and other people don't want to take that anymore. It would seem like being a white man is very hard in America right now. Sure. It's been a long time coming. But the thing that we all need to look out for, and I'll say this, I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. I'm just not. I'm a free, independent thinker. I voted, but I didn't vote for Joe Biden. For me, it was a choice of evil or something that typically is just used to manipulate people. Feelings. There's a lot of emotional investment when it comes to voting. And they know that. That's how they get people to do it so much. Oh, make your voice heard. They're manipulating your emotions. Surprise. The deciding factor is not you. It's the Electoral College. It says it right there on the screen. Every news channel you see. The president needs this many electoral votes. It doesn't say how many votes of the people that the president needs to win. But yeah, I'm sure you feel very important and very good about the decision that gets made from the top down. Enjoy the victory. Take responsibility for it if you like. But it was not you. And so, yes, Joe Biden is the lesser of two evils. And that's another thing that we need to address, because in the spiritual community and in the conscious community, Donald Trump seems to be the saving grace. I ask you this, spiritual and conscious community, how conscious can you be when you think that Donald Trump is a hero? That is the dumbest thing I've ever... Young Pharaoh, you're an idiot. Anybody that watches Young Pharaoh, great. You're trying to learn something. I watch him to learn stuff too. But all the Trump buffoonery, all the QAnon buffoonery, you're a joke. You're an absolute joke. And the credibility that you had, that you think you had, is lost. Any support for a politician, one is stupid and just like really immature. It says a lot about your character when you support a person like that, regardless of what you believe they are trying to do. Because it's like this, and I'll target Young Pharaoh specifically because he has the views, he has the popularity, he has the voice that people are listening to. So I will hold him accountable, even though his fans won't. Young Pharaoh, what your problem is you take a conspiracy and you run with it. Anybody that jumps to a conclusion on something that doesn't make full connections to facts is not looking for the facts, they're acting on emotion. And so the emotional impulse to support a president that you think is doing something to end child pedophilia, that you think has something to do with the indictments that he just signed off on, along with a lot of other things that he just signed off on, not knowing what he was signing on. It's under his name, but it was not under his supervision. See, this is the big problem here. This is the big issue. And anybody that was dumb enough to be conned by Donald J. Trump, your consciousness is not ready. I will say this again. Anybody who voted for Donald J. Trump thinking that he was somebody that was going to do good in this world, somebody that thinks that he wasn't acting only in his best interest for each and every decision he has ever made. If you think that you are in line with him, you are either a selfish piece of shit like him, or you are not consciously ready. You are not there yet. You have work to do. and you're not thinking deep enough. Light warriors. So I'll say this. If Donald Trump is, father of the year, we're talking about here, right? So, for 4 years, not a single word about pedophilia, about indictments, about saving children, about missing children, about sex trafficking, and I don't want to hear the argument of, why would you tell your enemies what you're doing out loud so that they know what you're doing? This is Donald Trump we're talking about. Grab them by the pussy. Is too afraid to say something about kids being trafficked? I'm not buying it, young Pharaoh. You're foolish. The blind leading the blind. You're a false prophet. And so is QAnon. There are facts within QAnon. Facts that have been used to manipulate the truth. The facts that QAnon has presented have manipulated people's brains into thinking that Donald Trump is a good person. Now, I don't care what facts you bring to me. I've seen the man speak. I've heard him talk. I've seen him with my eyes. So, have you been tricked? Have you been swayed by a lie to disbelieve yourself? Because I haven't. And young Pharaoh deserves this. 2-3 years ago, making videos about fuck Donald Trump, But all of a sudden, it's his final year. Now he's turning things around. Year 74 or 75 of his life. Been a piece of shit those other 73 or 74 years. But now, Donald Trump cares about the kids. Oh, Donald Trump, 4 more years of being fucked around with. You stupid fucks. Shame on you. Shame on all of you. Anybody that was foolish enough to believe that this man doesn't even spend time with his own kids, yet he's trying to save all of ours. Yeah. You're not ready. And okay, let's criticize Joe Biden. Because there's that side of it too. See, I have the ability to look at other perspectives, not be biased with one. Joe Biden has said some racist shit in his past. Very, very blatant racist things. And that does not sit well with me. And it never will. Did I vote for Joe Biden? Absolutely not. But is Joe Biden a pedophile? Don't know. But if he's a pedophile, then so is Donald Trump. Because he's had the same shit accused of as Joe Biden. They've been accused of the same fucked up, nasty ass shit. So if you support either one of them, look within. But I'm smart enough. I know the game. I'm not going to be played with red versus blue. Now, that's for you guys. That's for the brainwashed. I'm not even refereeing this shit. All right? I'm somewhere in the box. Laughing. Waiting for catering. While all you monkeys run around. Being played. You see, all they have to do is get you to feel. They don't even have to get you to think. And they've got you. Well, this has been a reflection on the election, or the selection. And next episode, I want to dive into talking about the Matrix. See if I can get some of you guys unplugged. I'm unplugged from the Matrix. What that means is I'm detached from third density reality. Find out how you can get unplugged in the next episode of DEM GθDCAST. DEM GθDCAST out.